If you're like me and you hear white gator, you think it's some strain of really funky Colorado herb, but it's not. Apparently, there are white alligators, and this is a leucistic alligator.
Yeah, so what we have here, guys, is a leucistic alligator, also known as a white alligator for short. Him and his 11 other brothers were literally the first leucistic alligators ever found this way in the history of alligators.
What's leucistic alligator? What does that mean?
Well, the leucistic gene, whether it's an alligator, a person, a tiger, you name it, it's a lack of skin pigment, but not a complete lack. So an albino alligator would be completely white because the albinistic gene is, there's no pigmentation left in their skin. The leucistic gene leaves a little bit of pigmentation left. So if you look right above his head, he's got those black dots on his head. That's the kind of, the normal gator colors kind of shining through still.
So this one right here, this is a Guinness World Record?
He is, yeah. He's the largest leucistic alligator in the world currently.
And how big is that?
He's almost 13 feet long.
Almost 13 feet.
I mean, literally just shy of 13 feet.
And the rest of the leucistic alligators, they're all from one litter or one hatchling? Or?
Let me try to explain it the best way I can. Him, Firos here, and his 11 other brothers, they were part of a clutch of the original 18. So there was originally 18 that were hatched out in Louisiana. Out of those 18, there's 12 alive. Him and his brother, some that we have. Then a couple years later in South Carolina, 4 leucistic alligators were found. Out of those 4, there's 1 alive, which brings the count to 13.
Wow.
Then about 2 or 3 years ago, they found 2 more babies where they originally found Firos here and his brothers. So we have total alive today, 15.
And if people don't really understand this, we were just talking about it, 37 million years of alligators being on the planet.
Yeah.
These are the first all-white alligators.
Yeah.
Not albino.
Yep.
But white alligators.
Yep. The true,
that is really cool, man.
Yeah, they are true white alligators. Now, you got to think, alligators have been unchanged for 37 million years. There may have been a leucistic alligator that hatched out, but the thing is, if he hatched out and a person wasn't nearby to scoop him up and pick him up, he's probably not going to make it a couple days. I mean, he's probably going to die within the first 24, maybe 48 hours because he's all white. Little baby alligators rely on their camouflage, those stripings that you see, so they can blend in with the sawgrass and stuff. So if he's sitting in the mud, I mean, anything, an eagle flying around, you name it, any kind of bird of prey or a wading bird is going to see that and instantly pick it up. He won't stand a chance.
Now to tell, like if you're out and you actually see a white alligator, for people to know, they can go by the black spots on the alligator's head, but also they have blue eyes and black eyes, right?
Yeah.
That I thought was really cool because to see an alligator with blue eyes, that's something that you don't usually see. It's like looking at a husky.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Blue eyes, white coat, he looks like a pig.
If he had blonde hair, he could be a Nazi.
Yeah.
Or, hopefully not. But, but no, they are very, very unique. They're gorgeous animals. Don't get me wrong, I love the way normal alligators look too.
Right.
If you get a real close-up shot of a normal alligator's eye, I mean, it's impressive. It's definitely unique. Yeah. But their eyes are still, I mean, night and day. They're amazing.
We don't want normal alligators having any like body issues and thinking they're not beautiful. They're beautiful too. White gators are just rarer, but all gators are beautiful in their own special way. Do pimps ever write you guys like, "Dear Gatorland, this is Aloysius Slim. I would so love to have me some of that white gator skin for the most illest belt ever."
And no, I'm sure they've thought of it,
And you guys are really big about the conservation and the saving of the alligators and
Absolutely.
So guys, if you ever got a chance, you come out to Gatorland, please check out these alligators. They got 3 right here on the facility, and you got another one at a Fun Spot?
At Fun Spot on International Drive, we have actually one of the meanest leucistic alligators that we have. His name's Booyah, so we kind of put him over there so they can deal with it,
So you guys check that out if you're at Fun Spot, if you're at Gatorland. Check out the leucistic alligators, check out the albino alligators, and hey, we'll be right back. Alright, so we're here with Donnie right now. Now this is the albino alligator.
Yes.
Now you were just talking to Miguel about the leucistic.
Yep, you got it.
See, I can't even say his name.
You said it right. You did it right.
Now he seems way more laid back. This guy seems like he's got a little bit more of an attitude. Is it because he's albino and he's like the green alligators holding him down?
No. Look, the reason why... No, not at all. The reason why this alligator is a little bit crazier than the other one, let's say, is because we reinforce that kind of behavior. When we feed him, we only reward him when he's coming after us, when he's got his mouth wide open. So that's what he thinks he needs to do when people come inside in order to get food.
Well, I feel so much safer now doing this interview, so that's great. So we had the attack killing alligators from Gatorland. That's awesome.
Especially for you, Jeff.
Now, let me ask you.
Yeah.
He's albino.
Yes.
He has no special powers though, right?
No special powers.
All that voodoo stuff and all the crazy white alligator stories, there's no magic or mystery behind it.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what you believe. Here's the deal. The only thing different between him and a normal alligator is his skin color. He still thinks the same way, he still eats the same way, he still acts the same way.
Well, alright, now seriously, so he's allowed to be out, because he's albino, he can be out in the sun and everything, he's going to be a little bit easier?
Can't be in the sun.
Can't be in the sun.
So can't be in the sun. Because he has no pigmentation left in his skin, the sun gives him a real bad sunburn, and he'll actually wind up getting sick from it and dying from it.
So out in the wild, albino alligators, they usually don't last too long. They don't have the camo skills or anything.
Well, I would say...
Like, I almost feel like I should give him my shirt.
I would say your shirt would probably help him. But in the wild, an albino's, I'd say the number one thing it has to worry about is not the sun. Its first couple days of life, it's going to get eaten by something.
Right.
Alligators rely, especially the baby alligators, rely on their camouflage in order to survive. So they blend in with the sawgrass, they blend in with the mud and the banks and along the lakes and stuff. If they don't have that camouflage, they stick out like a sore thumb. An eagle's going to grab it, a hawk's going to grab it, a blue heron's going to grab it, snapping turtles eat baby alligators.
So being an apex predator like it is,
yeah,
it's still got a lot of predators until what age usually?
I would say once an alligator is about 3 to 4 feet, whether it's albino or normal color, they're pretty much their only predator at that point is another alligator that's larger than them or people.
Right. And you were saying, so 3 or 4 feet, that's about a 4-year-old alligator.
A 3-year-old is about 3 feet, a 4-year-old is about 4 feet.
I'm learning stuff today with Donnie.
You got it.
So every foot they grow is probably about a year old. So if he's about 4 feet, he might be about 4 years old. If he's 3 feet, he might be around 3 years old. So now you learn some real Florida cracker stuff right there.
Yeah. Now here, let's see if we can get him to move around a little bit.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's a food response. He's looking for a piece of food that may hit the water.
Hi.
We're going to get a close-up shot later on the sides of the alligator's mouth, on their lips, I guess, if you will. They have all these little dots, and they're all nerve endings or pressure sensors. So if he's sitting in the water and something falls in over there, he feels that. See how he went to that side?
Right.
They feel all that. Their mouth is super sensitive.
Now I was noticing his eyes are like white. They're not pink like other albinos because that's usually the blood that
Get closer.
Get closer? Okay.
No.
This is about as close as I get. Like, I don't go past that.
If you get close enough, you can see there's a pinkish tint to it. Right. With albino animals, what you're seeing is the blood vessels that run behind their eyeball. Their eye is actually clear. And it has a little pink, coloration because like I said, you're seeing the blood kind of shining through the back of the eye.
Wow.
With other animals, with humans, your eyes are your color because you have pigmentation in that. If you were albino, they'd be pinkish. And that's because you're seeing the blood because your eye is crystal clear. So with the leucistic alligators, their eyes are blue. They have a little bit of pigmentation left, which is why they don't have the typical dark olive green eyes like normal alligators do. They have a lighter pigmentation, which a leucistic alligator can have either a black eye or a blue eye.
So black one? Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: because he's a white alligator, does he get better credit than the green ones?
No.
Alright, so that's about all we got for about alligators. We're going to be right back. Check us out. We'll be right back, guys. Peace. You're cool, man. Ryan, you stay here with the alligators. We're going to go ahead and close the door. Bye, Ryan.
Ryan, stand your ground. Remember that.
I got it. Alright, go ahead.
Heroes!
That's good.